Assalamu alaikum students, your instructor Abdul Rafi here for mathematics and accounting. So today this video is going to be about the topical past papers for IGCSE Mathematics 0580. Our topic is going to be word problems of algebra. Okay, so algebra word problems is our topic, different types of question speed related and basic word problems as well, how to make equations, how to prove equations, all related to algebra. Okay, so we have taken it to 2021 as our year, and we are going to solve all questions of 2021 in all the paper 4 of the IGCSE Maths 0580. So without wasting time, let's get started. So we have a complete question number 7 in the paper of variant 3. It says that for we have 3 marks A, B, C, D part. Okay, so 6, and you have 14 marks question is there, so it's a lot of marks. 14 marks question, part A, B, C and D. So let's get started and read the question and try to solve. So we have Amir buys 3 cakes that cost C cents each. So you should write the information, very important. This is explanation of how you should solve. So a cake will cost you C cents. Okay, so a cake cost you C cents, and Amir is going to buy 3 cakes from them and 2 loaves of bread that cost 2C minus 11 cents each. Okay, so you can say that, sir, the bread is going to cost me 2C minus 11 cents each. Okay, so this is talking about cents. And then they are saying that what's the requirement of the question. He spends a total of $5.87. You have to find the value of C. Very important, we have to find the value of C, which means we have to find the value of cents. But the question saying that he spends a total of $5.87. So the first thing will be the conversion here, that students need to understand that $1 is 100 cents, right? So here we are going to say that if you have spent $5.87 total, it means it's going to be 587 cents. You multiply 5.87 with 100. Okay, students, make sure your calculator is on. Okay, so here we go, 587 cents total has been spent. And now let's make the equation. Think of it as a normal practical life situation, that you are Amir and you went to the shop and you're going to buy 3 cakes. So if 1 cake costs you C cents, 3 cakes will cost you 3C cents. Okay, students, if 1 cake, I'll repeat my wordings. Okay, if 1 cake cost you C cents, 3 cakes will cost you 3C cents. Okay, and similarly, if 1 loaf of bread cost you 2C minus 11 cents, it means that 2 loaves of bread will cost you 2 times of this thing. Okay, so here you go, 3C plus 2 times of 2C minus 11, and all of this equals to the total amount that you have spent, that is 587 cents. Okay, students, so that's it. Just multiply, solve the equation in simple algebra. So it will be 3C plus 2 2s are 4C minus 2 11s are 22 is equals to 587 cents. This is very important to understand, that you have to solve the whole question in cents, or you can solve the whole question in dollars as well. Okay, so it will be 3C plus 4C 7C, and 587 plus 22 will become 609 cents here. This will go there and add, students. So 587 plus 22 becomes 609 cents, and you have 7C is there. So you just simply say that, sir, C is basically 609 divided by 7, and you can do in your calculator what's the answer coming. It's going to come as 87 cents. So the C value, make sure write it here for 3 marks. You got that as 87 cents. Okay, students, hope everyone got part A. That was not difficult, but make sure a lot of different types of questions can be tested like this in recent papers as well. Moving forward, we say that there's a bottle of water. So you should write down this information. As soon as you read question, write down that 1 bottle of water will cost you, sir, W dollars, and 1 bottle of juice will cost you, sir, W plus $1. Okay, so W plus $1 will be the cost of the bottle of juice as well. So now they are saying that Alex, there's another person, Alex. Now Alex is spending $22 on bottles of water. Once you read this, you stop here and think, what does it mean? Okay, so it says that Alex is spending $22. So it's the total amount. 1 bottle of water costs W dollars, sir, and Alex is spending $22. Similarly, sir, $42 are being spent on the bottles of juice as well. Now, the main important thing which will tell you what we have to make an equation, usually in this type of situation question, the number of bottles of water is equal to the number of bottles of juices, which means is here means equals to. So the number of bottles of water, let's write it here, the number of bottles of water will be equals to the juices, okay? So number of bottles of water will be equals to number of bottles of juices, students. Very important point mentioned here, okay? And we are going to work it out. So how can we work out how many? So the question is that how many number of water bottles are there and how many bottles of juices are there as well, students, okay? So for this, you need to understand if one water, okay, let's say, or one bottle cost you $W, follow very carefully. You'll have to apply the ratio as this is the best method of solving. If one bottle of water costs you $W and you have spent $22, that's why I have made it with a different highlighter. And if you are spending $22 on the total bottle of water, it means how many bottles you are buying. It means you are buying, you can work it out by cross multiplying it. Let's say X bottles you are buying, and X is going to be cross multiply. 22 times 1 is 22 divided by W, okay? So X is the number of bottles that you can buy. It's very simple. Think of like this. You're asking a shopkeeper what is the cost of a water bottle. He says some dollars, let's say $5, $6. And if you are spending $22 on it, on the total amount on the bottles of water, it means you can just simply divide that cost, the total amount that you spend, by the one cost of the bottle, and you will get how many bottles you are getting, okay? So it will be very simple that you are getting X bottles of water. So here we go. Sorry, the equation is there. $22 divided by W is the cost, is the number of water bottles that you are buying, okay? Then it will be equals to number of bottles of juices. Similarly, if you are spending $42 on the bottles of juices and one bottle of juice costs you W plus $1, you divide by that, you will get how many number of bottles you are going to get, okay? It's exactly the same concept that we applied on the left hand side, we're applying on the right hand side. Let me still do it for students who are struggling, that if one bottle cost of the juice, okay, let's write juice here, let's write water here, okay? So one bottle of juice cost you W plus $1, okay? So it's very simple. If you are spending $42, sir, it should cost you $42 divided by, or let's say you can write Y here, Y bottles, okay? So Y bottles will be simple, that Y is equals to $42 divided by W plus 1, okay? Hope everyone gets this technique, everyone understands. Now it's very simple, students. You already have the equation in front of you. Still any questions you can ask in the comment section with me. Just multiply and go forward in solving, okay? So you cross multiply and you will get the W answer, 42 times W. So here we go, 22W plus 22 is equals to 42W. You take it there. In this question, it is most important. Solving is easy, very easy solving. You take it there, 42W minus 22W. A lot of students get this. It's just how you make the equation that is tricky, okay? So you understand the ratio method, the cross multiplication method that I'm explaining is very helpful for students appearing in the exam, and they can do this. So W will be 22 divided by 20. That will come as most probably, let's do the calculator here. It's going to come as $1.1, okay? So W value is coming as $1.1 because W is the cost of the water bottle. Make sure they're asking you to find the value of W. They can ask you more tricky questions as well, like find the bottle of the juice. So then you have to add +1 in it in this cost, okay? In 1.1, you might have to add the $1 cost as well sometimes. But in this case, it's very simple that they are asking you to find the value of W only. So make sure follow the question carefully. Make sure make the equation carefully. It's very simple in practical life terms that if you are spending this much amount and you know what is the cost of 1 unit, then you can just divide and see that how many units are you buying of the bottle of water and how many units are you buying for the bottle of juice, because you know the cost of each of them and you know the total cost that you have spent on the juices, on your quantity as well. So this is one part, half part of this question, then part A and B. Let's talk about part C as well, where it talks about the speed, distance, and time question. Okay, students, same question following. It's a 14-mark huge question. Okay, students, so let's read the question for part C as well. it says that there is Alicia who walks a distance of 9 kilometer at a speed of x kilometer per hour. So the first thing students should know is the formula, the original formula. Speed is equals to distance over time. Okay, speed is equals to distance over time, where distance we can say is kilometer and time is here is r. Okay, so that's why the speed is basically kilometer per hour. Okay, students, the speed is basically kilometer per hour because the formula is distance, the distance is given to us in kilometer, and then there is the r. Okay, so if you look at the question carefully, it says the total time Alicia takes is 2.5 hours. Total time means that you will have to add, which means you will have to find the time. Okay, so you can say, students, that sir, it will be the time. So what is the time for walking? Okay, the time for walking will be speed divided distance divided by speed. Okay, the time, because if you change this ones, it will be time is equals to distance divided by speed. Okay, just change the equation. Okay, so it will be distance divided by speed. So that's what I've done. Time is equals to time for walking, the walking distance that Alicia have to cover, that will be distance is 9 kilometer and speed is x. So again, word problem, that distance will be 9 kilometer. You write 9 at the top and denominator is the speed, so 9 divided by x is the time for the walking. Okay, it's the time for the walking, that is 9 divided by x hours. Okay, 9 divided by x hours is the time for walking. And then they are also asking you the time for running. Then she is running as well. She then runs a distance. So then she is running, students, a distance of 5 kilometer at this speed. So again, sir, the time in hours for the running will be the distance 5 kilometer over the speed, that is 2x plus 1 kilometer per hour. So this will be 5 over 2x plus 1 hours. Okay, so this is the time for the running that Alicia will take will be, students, 5 divided by 2x plus 1 hours. Okay, now the next thing will be, it says, it gives us the total thing, that is the total time Alicia takes is 2.5 hours, which means already no need to do conversion on anything into hours, into speed, into the minutes or seconds. Okay, because the examiner has already given the question in easy form in hours and hours. So you can say that it will be simple, 9 divided by x, the total time it's saying, so you'll have to add the walking time, that is 9 upon x hours, students, plus the running time 5 upon 2x plus 1. You add these two times, they will be equal to 2.5 hours. Okay, they will be equal to, students, 2.5 hours. So here you go, that's it. You just have to solve this equation in the algebraic form and you will get the answer. Okay, students, hope everyone gets this, everyone is clear. So let's quickly solve this. Okay, let's make a working here and we are solving this here, students. Okay, so here we go. It will be, you take the LCM, so 9 into 2x plus 1, because the question requirement should be clear to you. For 4 marks you have to show that it will be 10x square minus 41x minus 18. Okay, so it will be 9 times 2x plus 1 plus 5 times of x divided by basically x, the LCM, that is the LCM that you have taken, x into 2x plus 1 is equals to 2.5 hours. Okay, students, very important. Okay, so it will be 2.5 here. Now simplify, so it will be 9 2s are 18x plus 9 plus 5x. In that you take this thing to the other side, so it will be 2.5 times the x times 2x plus 1, cross multiply we have done, and now you multiply those as well. So 18 plus 5x will become, sir, 18 plus 5x will become 23x. Okay, so here we go, 23x plus 9 here. 2.5 into 2 will become 5x square. Okay, so 2.5 into 2 will become 5, and you multiply that with x square. Okay, so 5x square plus 2.5x. Okay, hope everyone gets this. You make it things to one side. Okay, so 5x square plus 2.5x minus 23, so it becomes minus 20, or let's just write it first time, 2.5x minus 23x, and minus 9 is equals to 0. So here we go, students, it will be 5x square, 2.5 minus 23 will be negative 20.5x, minus 9 is equals to 0. Okay, so that's how we get. Let's understand that this is still not proving. Okay, students, this is still not proving, but in order to prove, you can see that if I multiply 5 with 2, I will get 10. If I multiply 9 with 2, I will get 18. So it's very simple. You multiply your equation on both sides by 2, so it will be 2 times this thing. You multiply it here as well, and you tell the examiner to multiply there as well. So 0 times 2, because you have to do both ways, okay, mathematical calculations. So 0 times 2 will become 0 only again, and here we go. So it will be proof 2 5s is 10x square, and 20.5 multiplied by 2 is basically, in your calculator students, minus 41x, and 2 times 9 is minus 18 is equals to 0. So here we go students, it is proved, we have shown that, and you will get all 4 marks. Okay students, you will get all 4 marks. Hope everyone gets this. This is how sometimes they will ask you proving questions as well, and our more examples that I'm going to do will show you that this is very common question. Make sure to get all the full marks. Then again, for 4 marks you have to work out the Alicia's running speed, which means that you have to get the speed of Alicia when she was running, not walking. Okay, I'll come back to that, what is the difference between the walking and running, but it simply means that when you have to show that in the next part, you will have to solve this to get the value of x, which is speed. Okay, so 10x square minus 41x minus 18. You can do factorization here as well students. You can do quadratic formula here as well. I'm going to apply factorization. So 10 times 18 multiply a and c. I am getting 180 here, and 180, and what factors can make 180, what multiples and factors. So you got 180 divided by 45. So 45 forza is also 180, right? 45 forza is 180, and 45 minus 4 is 41. So we got this as minus 45 plus 4 will give us minus 41, and minus plus will also give us minus as well. Okay, so both of them coming as negative. So here we go, 10x square minus 45x plus 4x minus 18. Okay, so here you go, you can take 5 common from here, so it will be 5x common from here, so it will be 2x here, 2x, 5 9s are 45, so 2x minus 9, you can take 2 common here as well, so it will be 2x and minus 9 there. Okay, so here we go, is equals to 0. It is going to be 5x plus 2 and 2x minus 9, okay, is equals to 0. So it's going to be x is equals to 9 divided by 2, and it's going to be x is equals to minus 2 divided by 5. So here we go, we are getting 2 answers students here, that x is equals to 4.5 and negative 2 over 5. That will be negative 2 over 5 is basically negative 0.4. Now understand what was x equals to. X is basically equals to the speed, right students? X was the speed, so speed cannot be negative, which means that you are going to accept this answer only, that is 4.5, or that positive answer only. Okay, so 4.5 kilometer per hour is the speed. Okay students, so here we go, this is the answer, and this is not the answer. Okay, this is not the answer. You would make sure, right, tell the examiner that this is rejected, not possible. You are going to reject this. Okay, this one is not possible, you have to reject this. Only this one is the answer. Now understand, if any student negative speed is not possible, first thing, this student, make sure after factorization, middle term breaking, you can use quadratic formula as well. Make sure if any questions is there related to that, you can ask. I'll send you the quadratic formula working as well. But x is equals to negative 2 over 5 is not possible, definitely. Okay, so because speed cannot be negative. Now if you write the answer as 4.5, that is wrong students. Okay, why sir? Why? Because you already have got the x value. That's why question reading is important. That's why you need to focus on the question a lot in the exam. They're asking you to work out the Alicia's running speed by showing all the working, and what x is the speed of Alicia walking. Okay, the student or the female or the person walking, that's the speed of the walking. Okay, they are looking for the speed of the running distance, and running speed is basically 2x plus 1. That's why I write down the equation always. So speed of the running was 2x plus 1 kilometer per hour. So here we go students, you have to plug in the x value here as well. 2 into 4.5 plus 1, that will be 10 kilometer per hour. So make sure write the answer for the examiner here as 10 kilometer. You will get all 4 marks. If you write 4.5, you will get 3 marks only. Okay, you will get 3 marks only. Make sure to write 10 kilometer per hour, and you will get all 4 marks. So that is basically in a nutshell how does part C and D looks like for this paper of October November 21, paper 4-3. We'll discuss more questions. Stay tuned. Okay. Moving forward, students, just to get familiar with the concept, okay, as we are talking about algebra, word problems, topical past paper questions, we have got another question of the same year, that is 2021 October November, but this time it's the variant 2 paper 42, all paper 4 questions we are discussing in this lecture video. So make sure follow very carefully. This is again speed, distance, time related. So let's read the question, and it's a full 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 marks question, okay, very important. So what the question is saying is very important, that there is Cato. There's a person who runs a 12-kilometer path at an average speed. Again, just make sure write the thing that distance is 12-kilometer distance, okay, so distance, kilometer is always the distance, and the speed is given to you. The speed is basically x kilometer per hour. So exactly similar type of question, that sir, you have to write down an expression in terms of x for the number of hours taken. So you have to make an expression for the time. As I mentioned, that the original expression is speed is equals to distance over time. You can manipulate it and change with the subject. So this is what they are requiring. Time is equals to distance divided by speed, okay, that's what they're requiring, that you have to tell for the number of hours taken what will be the expression. So it will be the same, that you divide, distance will be divided by the speed, okay. So the answer comes out, students, as what? 12 divided by x hours, okay. So it will be 12 divided by x hours for the number of hours that Cato will take to run the 12-kilometer path. It's a 12-kilometer path that Cato is going to run. The speed will be x kilometer per hour, and the number of hours it will take, he or she will take, it will be 12 divided by x kilometer, 12 divided by x hours, okay. So this is the hours expression, okay, for 1 mark. Most of the time these type of questions are coming exactly similar paper pattern. Okay, next we talk about that there is another person, Yuki. Now this is very important for 4 marks. Yuki takes 1.5 hours longer to walk along the same path. We'll talk about 1.5 hours later. The first important thing is that he is walking along the same path. He is walking along the same path. So let's say that again the distance for Yuki is the same, that is distance for Yuki is also 12 kilometer. Sometimes the distance might be different, okay students, sometimes we can say that distance might be different. Then what we have is that it's going to be she walks at an average. So she walks at an average speed of x minus 4 kilometer. You have to write down an equation in terms of x again and simplify it, okay. Before writing the equation, you make the formula for that again, that speed for Yuki, let's say speed for Yuki is x minus 4. Again, everything is in kilometer per hour, so no need to worry about the measurements, okay. Sometimes, as I mentioned, that hours not be given, you can be given in minutes and seconds. Sometimes not kilometer, you can be given in meter. Most of the times kilometer, meter, both of them are coming. So again students, you need to understand that the speed of the Yuki, the time for the Yuki will be what? You have already been given speed and distance of Yuki. So time for the Yuki will be 12 divided by x minus 4, okay. So that will be 12 divided by x minus 4 hours, that Yuki will take 12 divided by x minus 4 hours to cover the same path as Cato, okay. As Cato was taking 12 divided by x hours to complete the 12-kilometer path by running, and Yuki will take this much, okay. So this is the time for the Cato, let's write it here, and time for Yuki. Now very important concern, okay, if you get these two equations, let me just write it down. If you get this equation and if you get this equation, half of the issue is solved, and most probably the student knows the question and the concept, and they will get full marks in this question if you have made both these equations correct. Now comes this thing, forget about this thing, okay. If you have solved it correctly, you will be able to simplify and show that, okay. If you have solved the chapter, if you have solved the question correctly, you will be able to get all this proving, and you will be able to get full marks as well. So Yuki takes 1.5 hours longer to walk along. This is the key point, okay. This is the difference now, that Yuki is taking 1.5 hours longer, okay. Yuki is taking 1.5 hours longer. So you write like this, that Yuki time is greater than the Cato time, okay. Yuki time is greater than the Cato time. So it very simply means that you will write first the Yuki, that Yuki is taking more time. So 12 divided by x minus 4 minus, if you subtract the time of the K2, okay? From the UK time, you subtract the time of the K2, you will get the difference, that the difference is 1.5 hours, okay? This is basically, in simple words, they are telling you the difference between them, okay? Difference between them of the hours, that UK is taking 1.5 hours more, which means UK is taking extra time. So UK subtracting the K2 will be able to run fast, okay? K2 is finishing quickly, and the UK is taking 1.5 hours more. So you can add in the K2 time 1.5 hours more to get to the UK time, or simple, in other words, you can subtract the time of K2 from the UK time to get equals to 1.5 hours, okay students? This is the equation. You have to solve this and you will be able to get the simplified form expression, that is x square minus 4x minus 32. I'll repeat it again. What you can do, students, both ways are possible, because UK will take 1.5 hours more. So whatever the time, follow very carefully, whatever the time is for K2, just add 1.5 hours in it more and you will get the time for UK, okay? So this is one way of making equation, one way, that you add 1.5 into 12 upon x, that you will get the UK time. Or the other equation that I have made, that is better, you get the difference of them. How? Because the difference between them, K2 is finishing first and UK will take extra 1.5 hours. So the difference between their hours is 1.5. Difference between completing the 12-kilometer path run is 1.5. So you write UK time first, subtract the K2 time, and the difference is equals to 1.5. So here we go. Next steps are very simple, sir. Just have to do the calculation, take the LCM. So 12x here, make sure minus 12 times x minus 4, you take the LCM, students. This should be very clear, okay? This should be basic algebra, so I'm expecting students to be clear on this. X into x minus 4 and then 1.5. Again, the same type of concept that you will be tested to apply. So let's quickly do it here. So 12x minus 12x finishes and you will get minus 12 into 4. That is going to give me 12 into 4 is 48, students. So here I got 48 and I got there 1.5x square. I cross multiply, take it to the other side. 1.5 times into 4 is 6. So here we go. We got 1.5x square minus 6x. So 1.5x square minus 6x and minus 48 is equals to 0. This is simply not matching with the whatever we have to prove. Again, almost most of the times it will not match what we have to prove. So you have to think in different ways, because you think that x square is there and there is 1.5x square. So you are going to say that, sir, you divide everything by 1.5x. Maybe that will make more sense. Okay, 6 divided by 1.5, everything divided by 1.5. So you will divide 0 by 1.5 as well, okay? So anything divided by 0 is nothing. So 1.5 and 1.5 cancels out. So it will be x square. 6 divided by 1.5 is, sir, 4. So x square minus 4x, and 48 divided by 1.5 is, sir, 32. So here we go. It is coming minus 32 is equals to 0 divided by, because in mathematical language you will have to do both ways, okay? So 0 divided by 1.5 is 0 as well, sir. Here we go. You get the mark, students. X square minus 4x minus 32 is proved, and you get all 4 marks for this part as well. That is the most tricky part. 4 plus 1, 5 marks. Remaining parts for 3 marks and the 2 marks are very simple. You just have to solve by factorization. Now make sure the examiner has already mentioned you that you have to solve by factorization. So in this question, students, you can't use quadratic formula, okay? In the previous question you have a choice. Examiner didn't say anything. When examiner is not saying which method you have to use, you can use any method, okay? But when the examiner is telling you factorization, so it will be very simple. 4 8s are 32, so minus 8x plus 4x minus 32 is equals to 0. So here we go. One factor is coming as x minus 8. The other one is coming as x plus 4. So here we go. We got x plus 4 and x minus 8 as this one. You got 2 answers. X is equals to minus 4 and x is equals to positive 8. Okay, you solve it here. X, make sure show all workings. X is equals to, sir, minus 4 and x minus 8 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 8, sir. both answers you will have to write, because they are telling you to write both answers. They are checking your factorization concepts, but everyone understands that which answer will be taken. Only x is equals to 8 answer will be taken, student. Why? Because x is what, sir? X is the speed. And again, the same concept from the previous question as well, students, that, sir, speed cannot be negative. So x is going to be 8, and you are going to reject this a minus 4 in the next place. Reject it, or you are going to say not possible. Okay, this will be not possible. Okay, students, so this one is not possible. Again, for 2 marks, same concept. Okay, they are testing find the number of hours it will take Yuki. This time they are very clear. Okay, this time they are talking very clear. You have to find the number of hours for the Yuki it takes to walk around the 12-kilometer path. For Yuki it was this, sir. So just have to put in the value there, that the time for Yuki, the number of hours that Yuki is going to take, sir, is very simple. It will be 12 divided by x minus 4. So here we go, 12 divided by 8 minus 4 is 4. 12 divided by 4, so it's going to, Yuki is going to take 3 hours. Okay, so here we go, Yuki is going to take 3 hours to complete this. This is the number of hours that Yuki is going to take to walk along the 12-kilometer path, and this is the final answer, for which you will get 2 marks as well, students. Okay, as you see, the last 2 parts are always simple. Once you get the equation correct, you solve it correctly, you are able to prove it. So this is how these questions look like. We have solved complete question number 8 of topical past papers. You already got around easily these questions can come, student, for 9 to 10 marks, 14 marks, 12 marks. They constitute a good percentage of the marks. Okay, so make sure practice these algebra word problems. Any questions, I'm available. Make sure subscribe the channel to get more videos this type of topical past papers. Thank you.